It's Virgo's up. Yay. Virgo, I didn't really have a springboard today. Maybe that in itself is a springboard? Taking the leap? Not knowing what the thing that is going to propel you forward? Because something's going to propel you forward. I mean, it sort of always does, even if we're going nostalgically thinking about something else. That's going to be our future, kind of. Let's see what propels us to the new thing, not to the thing we are drawn to go back and revisit. Because a lot has changed, right? First card out. Wow, indeed. Wheel of Fortune. You know, that's a big card of forward movement and change. That's another turn of the wheel. And it lands you in a better place. It's a card of divine timing. You know, stepping into your destiny. It's another turn of the wheel. It can signify, what was it I thought of? Oh yeah, I mean, I have a lot of imagery that comes to mind around Wheel of Fortune. It may have been last night, I was thinking about it as a paddle wheel. You know, there's some energy that makes the wheel spin. And it's moving you. It's propelling you. And it's water, it's a flow. You know, it's not like you're having to, you know, pedal up a big hill on a trike. This is like you're carried forward by something that's beyond your own, like I said, not knowing where you're going exactly or what's going to propel you there. Well, the universe is. The universe knows. And the universe is saying, like a paddle wheel, I will move you. I will move you. And it does have this circular, it's forward momentum, but it also involves something to do with cycles. Virgo, I like that for you. Okay. Wow. Next up, Chariot. Allows you to move forward fast. These are both major arcana. This is not like, you know, I see another option today that maybe I can, you know, do something a little differently. It's Wheel of Fortune energy. It's the big thing turning. And it's going to allow this kind of forward movement. You know, not like things might get a little better. Wheel of Fortune implies a lot better in a fast, balanced way. That it seems to me involves you not maybe taking charge, because so much of this is in the hands of the Wa, the universal thing. That's working on your behalf. And it's really speeding things up for you, but in a balanced way. You know, we're both, you know, if the wheel is being moved forward by that kind of karmic energy, it's not erratic, it's not one-sided, it's not too much of this or too much of that. It's really fast forward movement because you're balanced, because you've come into some kind of balance. And it may have taken a few turns of the wheel to get there. Yeah, indeed, 4 of Swords. A healing needed to happen. 4 of Swords, a card of healing. You can see she's kind of in the nest, almost in fetal position. and there's a little heart entangled in kind of in the, because it's a nest, but it looks as if it's got thorny things, you know. You're healing from hurt, but have you healed? Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. Chariot world, you bet. And there may be sort of thorns around her, but she's really in repose. She doesn't look, you know, like, ow, ooh, ow, I'm healing, and you know. She's resting. Another meaning of Four of Swords. It's like taking that respite, that breather that you need after something's happened. But you're moving forward. In the speed of chariot, in the speed of the paddle wheel. Virgo. Okay. Moon. That deep dive energy into feelings. Feelings that can be murky still. That they're still sort of rising up out of the unconscious. You're not even quite aware yet, maybe, of what you do feel about something. Whatever it is, you feel deeply. And it's required some kind of healing in a mental energy. You know, a time out, almost like get your thoughts to settle. And you can see she's almost floating down to the ocean floor. There's an idea of settling. It's a card of high intuition, of deep, deep feelings. It's a card of Pisces, I believe. But whatever this healing was, it entailed, like, it's a healing on a deep level, and you, I would suggest, had to go that deep to discover the healing. And then once you've gone that deep, you almost need a little more time just to sort of take it in. To rest in the new knowledge, sword energy, the new understanding that you've gained by going, you know, to the depths of something, feeling it that deeply. Moon is also a cyclical energy, like the phases of the moon. And wheel implies that too, that cyclical energy, right? The paddle wheel. And to me, this almost echoes that, because she's in this nest. This thing that goes round and round and round and is built stick by stick by stick as the safe place. It's a protective place. So there, I think you've got this feeling of, I can do the deep dive because I am protected. I've built a place, a safe place, where I can rest from and absorb what I've understood in my thinking my way through it, but then principally feeling my way through it. And then taking this sort of time to absorb what I've discovered. And once that's done, because it is a brief respite, boy, it's game on. It really is. So what can you tell? Okay, I was going to ask about this new cycle, moon cycle of the wheel. Knight of Swords. It's happening fast, perhaps on the basis of a sudden understanding or a message from somebody else coming in that tells you something that speeds things up, because look, he's booking it. And he has the crossbow on his back, right? And he's racing toward the motorcycle. Something's coming in. And again, you see one bottom of the sneaker, and it's red. It's like he's hot-footing it. He, she, they. In that same energy of the healing, because remember I said it's pretty fast. It's just a chance to sort of absorb it, let your mind settle. Well, once it does, apparently, wow, there's fast forward movement in the realm of understanding or communication. Again, fast forward movement. Somebody's hot-footing it. What's this message, please, Spirit? For Virgo? Seems to me it would be. We got a bunch. Nine of Swords. There's some basis in anxiety or mistrust that the message may be coming to address. Somebody's been up in their head about something and anxious and stressed. Okay. Emperor, divine masculine energy, the one who would take charge and do what's right. You know, there's a little element of stubborn, like I know what's right and I run the show. But sorry to laugh, but it's right next to this card of stress and like up in the head. You know, I don't think Emperor puts on a good front. But he also wouldn't reveal, like, on some level, I don't know. This worries me. In sword energy again. So we've got the fast, hot foot forward movement. And it may be to address a situation that left somebody, you know, she's in, mourning position. I just say she, there's a masculine on that, in that Nine of Swords card. I'm sorry, feminine. Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't matter. But this is certainly the masculine energy, the guy who ordinarily would take charge. Let's see. Transformation, death card. That ability to see forward to the next thing. Some cycle is wrapped up. There's a new thing coming in. Death and rebirth. It says so right on the card, which I like because not every deck has that made very explicit. It's always implicit in death, new beginning. Here it is right here. So I would say there's been a major transformation. And you may be the emperor who's undergone some transformation from doubt and fear to taking control of your own what is going to end and what is going to begin. To the degree that you can, Emperor, have control over that. And this is, there's an element of Wheel of Fortune is stepping into your karmic destiny. Chariot, victoriously and quickly, having plumbed the depths and taken the time to heal in a safe place. And then fast forward movement in that same energy, perhaps blowing past the insecurities, the voices in your head that say, you know, what if I lose it all? What if I'm wrong about this? What if I haven't really evolved? The wheel hasn't turned. Is it just an illusion? That's another possible meaning of moon. You know, not knowing yet. Not knowing yet. But somebody's acting fast on the basis of some knowledge. And I think blowing past their insecurities and stepping into this destiny wheel, driving the chariot, like purposefully going forward in emperor status, you know, sort of at the height of your game, on the basis of a huge transformation. And it involves the justice card. I like this depiction of justice because it's not the judge with the sword deciding for, you know, making the pronouncement from outside the situation, objectively. I mean, that's helpful. But this has more a sense of like, I'm weighing it up with myself, the two, the person and the image of themselves. It's almost like checking in with yourself. Am I coming from a balanced place? Does this situation appear right, just? And I'm pausing because I honestly don't remember where this guy goes. I think it's on death, which makes sense. Death and rebirth, based on a kind of balanced new beginning, the rebirth aspect. That's better this time. You know, because there is this element of stepping up, moving forward. A death and a rebirth. And like checking with yourself to make sure, you know, the scales are good. I'm good with this situation and I'm good with myself. I'm judging this for myself. You know, rather than deferring to like the external judge. How have I transformed? Has this situation transformed enough? And from the looks of it, yeah, it has. In part because the paddle wheel of fate, if you want to look at it that way, but it's more like karmic destiny, is propelling you forward. So let's start with this Knight of Swords, this message coming in for Virgo. I think it's coming in to you, Virgo. And you're gonna weigh it up. I don't know, we're taking an awfully long time to get there. It may have been a long time coming. Okay. We got 2. We got 3. Oh my. Okay, I had to peek. King of Swords. The clarity. It's also sword energy. It's King of Swords clarifying Knight of Swords. So there's like an upgrade. Somebody's coming in fast with a message, but it's based on their personal clarity. You know, it's not, because Knights are sort of, they're the action taker, but this is sort of, the source of this is the clear thinker, the one who's come to an understanding. And we've seen sword energy Here in Four of Swords, the healing. Nine of Swords, the anxiety, the mistrust. There's been a healing of that allows for this fast forward movement and this sort of upgrade, Wheel of Fortune, to like a greater clarity. Swords are fast energy. Wheel of Fortune again. That's a repeat. I mean, yes, indeed, there's a forward movement. It may be with an air sign who's gone from knight status to king status, who's gone from I can do it to like I embody it now. I not only understand, I'm the one who understands. I'm the clear-headed embodiment of truth and clarity. I mean, that's a big ask. But somebody's in justice energy. That's Libra. That's a very high expression of sword energy that allows you to weigh things up with yourself to see what's fair. And King of Swords could do that. I mean, because it's Aquarian energy. It's the ability to, have the overview of the whole situation. And maybe on the basis of that clarity, you're moving forward. Perhaps it's just you moving forward in clarity, or it's you moving forward with an air sign. Because it's doubling down on the turn of the wheel. It's good fortune, whatever this is. But it does involve a moving on from something else. That death and rebirth toward, a need for a well, combined with wheel and all of that, I would say, it's not as if where you were was bad. It was cups energy, and there were a lot of them. There were a lot of feelings. They were loving connections. But somebody's on the move. And the world would imply that, oh, have I read this wrong? Yes, I have. I'm sorry. See, it's such a cycle. I was saying it's Wheel of Fortune twice. Well, it's not. This is Wheel of Fortune. But this is the world, which means, again, that cyclical thing of entering the next place. It's the death and rebirth. That Scorpio card. Right? This guy. Transformation. And this is, the same idea, death and rebirth. I'm stepping through into this new place. And once through, people don't really retract through the portal. It'd be like the caterpillar. Brilliant writer had this image of the caterpillar, like instead of coming out and becoming the butterfly, it's like going back into its, kind of horribly back into its chrysalis. Well, there's no going back into your chrysalis. And that makes sense with this. There's no going back into your chrysalis. You moved on to something else. 8 of Cups. And it's Cups energy. The Swords energy can be kind of cold and analytical. This is not. This is on a path to find different love, more love. I mean, you're called to do it, whatever it is. You're called. And there's this sort of sunrise coming up it's like a new day. World, 8 of Cups. And it enables this phenomenal forward movement. So let's forwardly move. I feel like I get bogged down sometimes. Nine of Swords, please. Can you tell us about this mistrust? Virgo. Uh-oh. Okay. Five of Cups. Something, at least you thought you lost it. In the realm of feelings, in the realm of connection. You know, there's regret, there's loss, there's sort of lost and gone forever, which is like causing great anxiety, causing somebody to be up in their head and anxious. But we got you walking away too. Or this King of Swords is walking away. Nine of Swords is in the same energy of the Knight and the King of Swords. Let's just keep going. Emperor, Three of Pentacles on Emperor. The cooperative 3D energy. I want to work with this, with you. You know, knowing, somebody's knowing their direction and, you know, taking charge of what I can take charge of, and I can step up and work with you. I can make it work. And it is a little bit sort of, I can make it work. You know, he is holding the king in the chess piece. I've always found queen to be much more important and versatile in chess myself, not knowing a whole lot about it. But the emperor wants to do it, and do it with somebody, on the basis of some kind of transformation. So I'm going to go right here, because Justice is already clarifying the Death Rebirth card. So I'm going to go up to this one and clarify Wheel. This forward movement, the paddle wheel, etc. We've got a lot of cyclical energy here, which makes sense because, you know, that's how life works in cycles. It just, that's the template. I think that's too many. Okay. Oh, I love it. Ace of Cups. The wheel, this forward movement, brings you first and foremost to self-love, but also to an offer, you know, from somebody or from the universe or both. You know, this forward movement of the wheel is like your karmic destiny. It's being offered to you. Ace of Cups. Well, whatever it is you're sort of leaving behind to go in search of another kind of fulfillment, this wheel will bring you right there. Ace of Cups. You're headed in the right direction. Chariot. Chariot. So let's clarify Chariot, please. This fast forward movement for Virgo. Okay, you're leaving behind a kind of inertia in the Cups department. You know, it's not Five of Cups that I've lost it. I think I've lost it. I feel like I've lost it. This is more like, you know, now what? And she's looking quite discontent, but kind of not seeing because the hand is coming in. You know, her hands are just sort of in like mode. This fourth cup is being delivered to her. And in fact, it's got this rainbow, you know. She's feeling sad, but she's not seeing this, you know, pot of gold, basically. It's there. It's somebody's trying to offer this. You know, Ace of Cups, Four of Cups. And it seems to me the rainbow's coming, it's there. It's on Chariot. And this tends to be a card of like waiting for it. When's it gonna come? It'll never come. Yes, it will. And fast. Okay. Tower. That's fast. And that's on Moon. So whatever this deep dive into the unconscious, to the murky realm, to the realm of deep feelings, the willingness to go all the way down, has caused I mean, this is like death, rebirth to the 10th power. Tower is a sort of no going back situation. And remember I was saying with that image of the caterpillar squishing back into the chrysalis, you can't squish back into the chrysalis. You don't fit anymore. You're ready, you've gone through the transformation, just to use that metaphor. You've gone into the transformation, death and rebirth. There's no going back. There's really no going back. And that's a good thing. I mean, you know, that idea of going back into the, I need to grow some more, I need to, no, you don't. And you can't. And that's a good thing. Because this enables this. You know, something was constraining you. And it may have even been your own, like, it'll never happen. Where is it? I'm tired. You know, I've lost my motivation. I'm just going to sit here, not seeing that the love is right there, right in front of you. Well, Tower clears up any obscurity, and the Moon can be that as well. That's kind of the what I don't know, what's still a mystery. Tower would certainly clear out that energy and enable this fast forward movement. And you must come out. You know, it's time. You've cooked inside that cocoon long enough, and really you're moving forward willy-nilly. Will he? Nil he. He will. Moving forward. Eight of Cups. Into the new world. One more, please, on Four of Swords. I think this is I think I have to do both. Okay, all right. Oh, lovely. Oh, I really like this. The healing involves becoming self-sufficient. You know, I'm taking care of my own business. I don't have to rely on somebody else to come in and fix things for me. I've healed myself. You know, and I'm going on the paddle wheel is going to take me another round because of it. This is a card of Virgo. This is you. Having everything you need. You know, she's able to pluck from that abundance for herself. She's grounded. You're grounded. And Magician, another card of Virgo, Gemini. You've manifest this. You know, so you may be coming into a cooperative energy, even with the Emperor, who might be an air sign, who's gone through incredible changes themselves because they've moved on into the next stage. And so have you. You've manifested this healing. You've even manifested in some way this tower moment. You know, you're good on your own. You've come out of the chrysalis a different person, but also completely you. 9 of Pentacles, Virgo. Self-sufficient. Growing. Pentacles energy. You can grow, you yourself have grown, and you can grow the situation. And you know, you're busting out. And while Tower may be sudden and like it doesn't necessarily come the way you expected it to, in this case, I just have to say, on some level, a very deep level, Moon, you've done the deep dive bravely enough to have burst out, to have participated along with the universe in this, now we're cooked, you know, we can come out of the chrysalis, we can come out of the oven, and we come out whole. You do, we do. It's in your reach to be able to, like, in your reach, right? She's reaching, in your reach. And you've manifested it using everything you've got. And what you've got is everything, all the energies here to bring this in. And you have. You have. And then the last card was yet again another Pentacles card. Your energy, Virgo. And it's Knight of Pentacles. It's a steadfast, gradual growth. I think the person you're dealing with is a faster character, you know, and maybe slightly more analytical. And you're extremely grounded. You don't, you know, they may be rushing into you with a message, and it looks like it's a good message. But you're going to take this slow. You are. Knight of Pentacles doesn't like go gallopy off into the sunset with somebody. It's like, there's some poem, I wish I could remember. It's like I wake from sleeping and take my waking slow. I learn by going where I need to go, or, you know, I'm butchering it, but there's something like that. There's no need to rush. And you're not to be rushed. You know, you've taken time to heal. You've come into your own again. And yes, you've manifested a great forward movement. But on your side, it's not, it's not that you don't want to move fast, but you want to build something and grow something. The wheel moves you forward, and there's still work to be done in your energy, Virgo. You're all about growth, the speed of growth. you know, which is usually like ring by ring by ring, year by year. Let's see if we can sustain this, you know, this new world energy, this new wheel energy, this new love energy, Ace of Cups. Let's move into it, and then let's sustain it. It's like I'm getting the image of somebody holding the note. You know, it's not like, ah. It's, ah. I mean, for as long as your breath lasts. Moving forward, forward. In your own energy. Virgo. Is that it? It's it. Thank you. I'm a Virgo. Outing myself. But, you know, I hope this applies to me too. Because, you know, it's forward movement, but it's not erratic. It's balanced. It's about growth and healing. It's about coming out of the chrysalis, you know, and moving forward the wheel. And I mean, this is sort of what you're moving into. Cup energy, love energy, you know, of yourself, and it's being offered to you. Where did we see that before, that hand coming in with a cup? Yeah, in Four of Cups. You know, you're as soon as you kind of feel the warmth of this, here we go. Here we go. You're in the you know, in racing, before you, I can't remember what it's called, but the jockey and the horse, they're all lined up in that little box. And then suddenly, bam, they all, you know, go. And the door springs open and out you go. It's like that. If you were in an inert place, an offer's coming in and it will propel you forward. But in your Virgo way, you'll be able to take that energy of the paddle wheel and like make it sustain. It's not a flash in the pan. And Virgos aren't about flashes in the pan, you know. They're kind of a deeply rooted, solid, I can do it in this lifetime. And you can, but it's you know, it's this lifetime, but it's also the whole turn of the wheel forward. So don't, you know, I mean, the only caution here is to accept the new thing. You know, pass through the portal, accept the new thing. Accept what's being offered to you. Because something's being offered to you, both from the universe, you know, both from another person and from all of your circumstances. You guys are getting a chance. And I'd say it's a really solid, good chance. Taking a chance on love? Something like that. Sounds corny, but I think it looks good for you in March. I do. Okay, now I'm leaping up. I'm just learning now a little bit about how to edit these so I can cut out the walking around part. But it kind of isn't a bad way to wrap it up. That's what we're going to do. Till next time, Virgos, March. Peace out.